I wanted to share with you an extraordinary hadith from Bukhari and Muslim. So it's Sahih, it's authentic. It's a very long hadith, but I think it's tremendously important for several reasons, and I'll read it in a second. But one of the reasons is that there's a misapprehension on behalf of certain people, non-Muslims, who think the only way that Muslims or anyone enters paradise is through their good works, through the actions that they have done. And this hadith addresses this point. Oh, and there's one other thing as well. It's often thought that the greatest thing about paradise, the most attractive thing that people want to work towards, are mere material benefits or the pleasures of the hereafter. And again, the greatest of all the blessings of the hereafter is something quite different. And this hadith at the very end addresses this point as well. So I'll just read it to you. As I say, it is quite long, but it's full of most extraordinary detail that tells us about the day of resurrection and what happens then. Abu Hurairah related that the messenger of God, upon whom be peace, said, "On the day of resurrection, a caller will cry out, 'Let every people follow what they worshipped.' They will be asked, 'Is there a sign between you and him that they will let you know him?' They will say, 'Yes.' So their legs will be uncovered, and Allah will give permission to all those who used to prostrate to him by their own free will to prostrate. And Allah will make those who used to prostrate only to be seen by others or to ward off criticism unable to prostrate. Their backs will be made as a stiff single part. So whenever they try to prostrate, they topple on their backsides. Then they will come upon the bridge over hell, and intercession will begin. They will murmur, 'O Allah, bring them to safety, bring them to safety.' And the faithful ones will pass over the bridge in a wink of an eye. Others will pass like lightning, others like the wind, others like birds, others like strong horses. Some will cross over whole and safe, others will be sent across bruised, while others will be flung into the fire of Gehenna. By the one who holds my soul in his hand, none of you will be more vehement in pleading for justice than the faithful ones will be at that time for their brothers who are in the fire. They will say, 'Our Lord, they fasted with us, they prayed with us, they made pilgrimage with us.' He will say to them, 'Bring out of it all the ones that you know.' So their forms will be forbidden to the fire as they enter it, and they will bring out many people until they say, 'Our sustainer, none are left of those you have commanded us to extract.' Then he will say to them, 'Go back and bring out whoever you find that has a dinar's worth of goodness in them.' And they will bring out many people. And he will say to them, 'Go back and bring out whoever you find that has half a dinar's worth of goodness in them.' And they will bring out many people. Then he will say to them, 'Go back again and bring out whoever you find who has an atom's weight of goodness in them.' And they will bring out many people. And this will go on until they say to him, 'Our Lord, we have left no one in it who has any trace of goodness in them.' Allah will then declare, 'The angels have interceded, and the prophets have interceded, and the faithful have interceded. Only the most merciful of those who show mercy is left to intercede.' And he will bring out with his grasp the people who have never done any good, and he will throw them into a river at the mouth of paradise, called the river of life, and they will emerge from it like pearls. When the people of paradise see them, they will know them. These are emancipated of God. He has made them enter paradise without any of their own actions and without any goodness that they offered. And God will say to them, enter paradise. What you have seen is yours. They will say, our sustainer, you have given us what you have not given anyone of the worlds. He will say, I have for you what is even better than this. They will ask, O our sustainer, what could be better than this? He will say, my contentment with you, for I shall not be displeased with you after this ever again. And that ends the hadith, as I say, from Bukhari, a Muslim, so it is certain to go back to the Prophet, upon whom be peace. Very, very moving indeed. I love the way we have a progressive showing of mercy and more mercy, until even those who are completely unworthy are ultimately admitted by the most merciful of those who have mercy. And the greatest thing of all that they receive is not some pleasure, not some house, not something. It is the contentment of God himself. This peace and reconciliation with a merciful God is the greatest thing of all that they could possibly experience. And then God says, my contentment with you, for I shall not be displeased with you after this ever again. So their security, their happiness, and their peace is permanent and forever. So I think it's the most extraordinary hadith, very, very long, and it tells us in great detail about the character of God. Who is the God of Islam, the God of Moses and Jesus and Muhammad, peace be upon them all, and all the prophets. And at the end of the day, he is a God of mercy and a God of grace. And this theme is very, very strongly reiterated again and again, every surah of the Quran, constantly throughout the whole book itself. Anyway, so I want to share that with you. Until next time.